Hello everyone. Welcome to day 3 of this tapping series. Today our focus is on using EFT tapping to clear fears about the unknown. So welcome. I hope you're safe. I hope you're doing fine, and I hope your loved ones are safe. And comment below, come in and say hi. What are you up to? Where are you joining us from? And I want to ask you to write down what it is that what are your fears right now as we go through this incredible, extreme circumstances in the history of our lives. I know that here in Thailand the government has declared a state of emergency. I know in the US the National Guard has been activated in California, in Washington State, and in New York, where my son was, and now he's in Washington. So it's and yesterday I spoke to my dad in India, they've 21 days lockdown all across India, lockdown UK, and it just seems something out of the movies. It doesn't seem real. I was just telling my husband, it looks like something so unreal right now, because even just the daily routine is so different. We wake up in the morning, I do my yoga, he does his yoga, and then we have a quick breakfast, and my daughter heads to her bedroom for online classes. My husband heads to his room for work, and I come here and do my work. And then the whole routine is different. And my son is in Washington DC, and he was supposed to be here, but it's just crazy schedule. So I don't know how your schedule is, and I have I feel this jittery energy all through the day, even with all the tapping, and it's something or the other. It's like your system is high strung right now. And so what are your fears? My right now what I'm going through is, I don't know, I'm so distracted. I don't know how am I going to finish this book, and even for the business I have certain plans, but they've gone south with all this the situation that we are in. So what are your fears right now as you go through it? What are your fears? A lot of people that I've been talking to, they're worried about, first of all, there's the fear of the coronavirus itself, just staying healthy, right? Just staying healthy and getting through this. And initially, a lot of people, even friends, were saying, oh my God, this is so hyped, it's just a flu, it's just a flu, it's just a flu. And yeah, it's just a flu, but look at what it's done. And it's not, just the sheer numbers are overwhelming. And so it's just a flu, but it's time we've really taken it seriously. Where in the history of our lives have we experienced something like this, where countries are locked down, we are stuck in our houses, and it's like a war zone, right? And so there's this fear of just getting the virus, getting sick. Then there's this fear of how long is this going to take, right? How long? Like my son is in my friend's house in DC, but the way things are right now, he can't come back. He needs a COVID certificate to come back to Thailand. He's under 20. He has no symptoms. He's never going to get that COVID certificate. And how long is Thailand going to demand that COVID certificate? So my son is just, stuck. And I have no idea. So there's this, how long is this going to go on? Is it going to go on for 1 month? Is it going to go on for 6 months? All this is not known right now, and it's a bit scary, right? Then there are people who are, like my husband was really worried about the staff. They have a big staff. How are they going to earn their wages if everybody's going to be in their houses, and there's people need to go to site to fix even the engineering industry. And so maybe you're going through the same thing about your business, and you have no clue, and you had all these plans, and And now they're up in the air, and we have no idea when things will be back to normal. And then you have staff to take care of, you have your colleagues. So there is all those fears, right? And then this general fear of having no control, right? I have no control over what happens next, and this fear of what is coming next. From just last month, my husband traveled to Italy, right? And the day he landed, there was these whispers of something happening in Italy, and now it's a completely different scenario. So what's coming next? We don't know. And so there are all these fears that are also haunting us, right? And so what are your fears? I'm going to say hello to those who have joined us. Hi Rajsri. Hi Harminder. From Washington DC. Wow, my son is over there, Harminder. And how are you doing in Washington DC? I know my son is in lockdown. Seems like Hollywood movies. Yes, absolutely. Hi Ruchi. Hi Papa. Staying healthy, and I think we are not alert in our time in mid-Feb. Hi Jyoti. Hi Shamla. So nice to have all of you here. And so Harminder is saying I'm well inside. Well, yeah, we're all well inside, and yet we've got all this jittery energy inside with lots of questions and not many answers. And so the idea was today to use EFT tapping to release some of the fears and the worries. So for those who are joining live, if you just take time right now and just go back into your body, because all the fear and all the tension and all the stress that you're feeling, it's not just in your head. It goes through your entire system, right? And it affects your body. And so just go inside right now and think about, what is the biggest fear that I have right now? What are the fears that I have right now? And as you go through the different fears, maybe it's about your health, maybe it's about your relationships, maybe it's about not knowing how the business is going to move forward given these conditions. How are the finances going to work out? How are your loved ones going to go through this? I don't know if anybody's sick now. Even with a cough, it's like such a scary thing to just have a cough. So I'm not sure what your unique situations are right now, and on a scale of 0 to 10, when you think of fear, or you can just tune into your heart, tune into your body, and see what is the intensity of the fear you are feeling as you think about this situation that we are all in. On a scale of 0 to 10, for example, if I tune in right now, I think I'm at a 6. A fear level is 6 on a scale of 0 to 10, where 10 is I'm in this intense fear. Where is your number right now? What, on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your number right now? It'll be great if you can write down what your number is in the chat below, so I can have a clue as we do the tapping to help you and to know what you're going through. So if you can write down, I have this fear of my business, I have these fears about my finances, I have these fears about my health because I have these symptoms. What is your fear? And on a scale of 0 to 10, what is your intensity right now? And for those of us joining in the replay, welcome. And what are your fears, and what is the intensity on a scale of 0 to 10? So if you would, Virginia, hi Virginia. So Virginia Diamond, let me introduce you to Harminder Paul, who is also in Washington, D.C. So you're both in Washington, D.C. And Harminder is at a 6 and Virginia is at a 6, and you are both DC residers. So hello to each other. And so at a 6, mine is at a 6 too. So let's just tune in and begin tapping. Take a deep breath and just tune in. Yeah, Virginia says boomerangs around a 6. As I've been saying, I've just been feeling this, this background humming, this buzz of anxiety, no matter what you're doing. And so let's just see if we can reduce it right now. So let's tap. Even though I have all these fears right now circling somewhere inside of me, even when I'm not conscious about it, even when I'm going through the day, doing whatever I need to do, whatever's in front of me, whatever needs to get done, I know I have all these fears at the back of my mind. And I'm glad I'm taking this time to address them. Because walking around with these fears just doesn't help me and I'm choosing to just acknowledge all these fears that I have. And I deeply and completely love and forgive and accept myself because I'm really doing the best that I can given all this mess that we are all in. Even though I'm holding on to all sorts of fears about my work, about the safety of my family, about the finances, about the business, about what the heck is going to happen next, about the unknown. I'm just going to acknowledge that I have all these fears. And I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. I'm doing my best. Truly. Despite all these extreme circumstances I find myself in. Let's tap through the points. This fear of the unknown. I don't feel in control. There is no certainty. I don't know how my work is going to unfold with these circumstances. I'm not sure about the finances. All these projects I've got going on, will they work out? Will I have to abandon them? All the fears about my health and the health of my loved ones. Even getting a cough is a scary thing right now. How am I going to hold up? And for how long is this going to go on? It's really quite scary. The National Guard has been activated. Emergencies declared. Countries under lockdown. No idea what's happening next. I even feel fear about the others. The daily wage earners. What the heck are they going to do? How are they going to go through this crisis? I have worries about myself, my loved ones, and the rest of the world. And there are no certainties right now. No idea how this is going to cost us all. Short term, immediately, long term, I'm just glad I get to vent this out here. Just voice all these thoughts and worries that are circling my head, giving me all this anxiety and tension as I move around. I feel so distracted with all this inner noise. I just don't feel peace with so much unknown. And I have no idea how it's going to unfold. Each day is different. Each day something new is happening. All this news. And there are no guarantees and there are no uncertainties. A part of me really wishes I had some clue. A part of me wishes there was some certainty in all of this. A part of me wants to take charge and be in control, make the choices, make the decisions. And yet, I'm floating in this unknown space. And all these fears circling around. Wouldn't it be nice if I could feel more ease in my body? Wouldn't it be nice if I could just relax more? Just be more at peace. And I know it's hard. I'm bombarded with all kinds of data, all kinds of statistics. Nothing in my life feels normal right now. So I don't know how I can be at peace. How can I feel at peace with all the unknown? My life is topsy-turvy. Our schedules are topsy-turvy. How can I feel more ease in my body? How can I feel more peace in my body? Well, something good is coming out of this because at least I can vent and release and voice all these feelings that I'm feeling. It feels good to voice all these fears out. It feels good to release these feelings by voicing them and expressing them right now. Wouldn't it be nice if I could release and clear all these worries that are circling inside, round and round, day in, day out. I prefer to release and clear these feelings just by addressing them, just by acknowledging them. I'm feeling lighter. I'm feeling better. And there's still all the unknown. And there's still all the uncertainty. But I've given them a voice. And I choose to feel at ease. Releasing and clearing all this fear from my system. Just put a hand on your heart right now. And I want you to imagine yourself like all your attention from your different parts of the body, just bring it to your heart. And just take a few deep breaths. all your thinking, all your wondering, all your floating around, just bring it all to the center of your heart and just stay with the breath. And just notice how intense are you feeling right now with all the unknown in your life, with all the unknown in your business, about your health, about your loved ones. How strong is that fear right now? So I'm finding that the tapping on my face is helping my sinuses, which last week was very bad, and that's really true. Thank you for sharing that. Like, when you tap on these, as you tune into what's troubling you, it clears the energy pathways, right? Because we're tapping on meridians, which are energy pathways, and as you tap and clear them, you will feel clearer, more clear-minded, your eyes have more clarity, and whatever was blocked in your system clears up, so you will feel physically better too. And Virginia says she's at a 1 from a 6. I feel a lot more, from a 6 I feel like a 2 maybe right now. And so one of the things that is really key, at this time, one of the simplest things we can do is this exercise, which is once you've done the tapping, right, you come back to your heart, because the mind, it's called the monkey mind, right? It is going to do all its jumping around from one place to another, from this fear to that fear and that fear and that fear. And what happens is, because you're in fear, that part of the brain that does the thinking and the analyzing and the whatever, the intellectual part of you, the conscious part of you, the fear affects the amygdala, right, in the brain. And when that's activated, that is part of the system that is the flight and fight, right? So what happens is, when you're in fear, once that place is activated, it's like it sends, what do you call it? The National Guard is activated, and your body thinks, I'm on war now. And so all your energies are focused on the fear, and it stops your body from functioning normally, just like we're not functioning normally in our lives right now, because it's like a state of war. And that's what happens in your body when you're under intense fear, a non-stop fear or chronic fear, which is what's going on with us right now. Then the body says, it's not safe, pay attention, and all your energy is focused in one area, and so you're distracted, you don't have clarity, you can't make decisions, and it's hard to be effective and productive. And that's what's going on in your system when you're under fear. And so everything goes haywire. And that's why if you can just come back to your body, because your body is a very, when you do this, it's like you're grounding yourself, you're feeling yourself, not in your mind, but in your heart, right? It kind of brings your attention back to yourself and your body and your breathing. And when you do that, your system kind of calms down from this overactivated, non-stop activated brain. You come back to your body and you kind of settle down, you feel more relaxed. And the thing to understand is that even though it is natural for us to be in the state of fear right now, it's not going to help us, right? So let's do some tapping and just tap around that to kind of bring more ease to the body, to the system. Even though I still have some of this lingering fear in my system, and I'm still uncomfortable with the unfamiliar and the unknown, I'd love to feel more in charge of myself. I can't control what's going on around me, but I can take charge of my feelings and my thoughts. It's the only thing I ever have control over. And so no matter what's going on right now, what I can do is take charge of how I am feeling. I have a choice, and I'm choosing to release all the, fluffy feelings and these fears that are just like tons of clouds in my mind, creating fog, creating fear. And I'm choosing to release and clear them out. And I'm choosing to love and appreciate myself. I'm doing the best that I can. Let's tap. I'm choosing to feel safe. Right now, right here, I am safe. In this room, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm safe here. I choose to feel safe. And I choose to remind myself that in my life, I'll always ever only be able to take charge of my thoughts and my feelings. And so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take charge of how I'm feeling by clearing, releasing, letting go. All those things I have no control over, all those things that I have no answers to right now, I'm just going to release them and clear them. And I'm going to allow myself to feel at ease. There is a lot to appreciate still. There's a lot to be grateful for right now. I choose to focus on all the good in my life, despite this chaos. I have so much to be grateful for. And that gives me peace. And I feel blessed. So I'm going to choose to focus on what's working in my life, on my loved ones. They're safe here. They're okay. And what matters is what I'm feeling in the present moment. The more calm and peace I feel in this moment, that sets me up for what's coming in the next moment and the next moment and the next moment. And I don't know what's coming outside of me, but I know that within me, the more I can stay at peace, I will be equipping myself to be my best. And that way I can deal with whatever comes my way to the best of my ability. I'm choosing to feel safe. I'm choosing to appreciate. I'm choosing to be grateful. things are working out for me. I'm choosing peace right now. Just put a hand on your heart again. Let's breathe together. And just think of all the things you appreciate in your life right now. Think of all the people, all the loved ones that are safe with you, all the things that are working in your life right now. You're protected, you're safe. Everything is okay in this moment. And that's all that matters, right? Well, I'm feeling pretty okay right now, and I'm going to check in with you. Hi Jyoti. Hi Pavan. So I want to check in with you right now. What are you feeling right at this moment? What is your number? How are you feeling? How did this shift for you? And please know that, this recording is going to be on this Facebook page, so you can keep coming back to it. As Virginia was saying, it kind of boomerangs, it goes in and out, and right now we're in a better place, but who knows, right? Tomorrow there might be something different, something new, something more that freaks us out. So this tapping is always going to be here. So I want to thank all of you who joined us. Cookie, Virginia, Harminder, Jyoti, Papa, Ratsri, thank you for joining. And I hope this was helpful. And I hope you stay safe and you stay, your loved ones are safe. And please join in next for the next tapping series that we are doing. I think it's on Friday now at the same time. Take care, guys, and I will see you on Friday. Take care. Bye, and thank you for joining. Let me see the comments here. 0, thanks. Oh, Harminder, she says down from a 6 to a 3, and Harminder, wouldn't it be nice if you could go back and just use the tapping again, and hopefully that will bring down the 3 even further. So I'm going to say bye, and thanks for joining, and I'll see you on Friday, guys. Bye bye. Keep tapping.